Are you aware that there was an open confrontation between this guy who is called Emeka Ojukwu and this guy who is called Lieutenant Colonel George Kurubo? Now sit back as it was and hear how it was reported by the GOC of the Biafran Army, Alexander Madiebo, in his book titled The Nigerian Revolution and the Biafran War. Now, in this book, Alexander Madiebo reported that there were some practices that was not well suited with some senior military officers at the time. Practices like the importation of weapons and the way it was being kept. And then it was such that the head of state at that time, when weapons are being imported, it will be given to civilians and they will be hidden in places around his hometown. And then from there, those weapons will be brought into Enugu in tricklets, okay? And little by little, they were brought into Enugu. And then these practices was so much so that a lot of senior military officers they don't even know what was available to the army at that time. This was before the declaration of the Republic of Biafra on the 30th of May, 1967. Now, when this was going on, there was one man who voiced out his frustrations, and that man was the guy I showed you his picture, Lieutenant Colonel George Kurubo. Okay, he was the guy that voiced out his frustrations with the then head of state. Both of them were lieutenant colonels in the Nigerian army, so both of them was on the same rank, and both of them were in the government of the former head of state, that was JTU Ironsi. Both of them were in the Supreme Military Council of the then head of state, JTU Ironsi. And then so both of them were equals. So they had an open confrontation that led to Lieutenant Colonel George Kurubo to leave Biafra and went to fight on the Nigerian side. Know your history. If you like what I just said, share this video, share your thoughts on the comment section. Let me come and be going.